Hi pottery peeps. So we have Sorsha to unload today. She's sitting at 99, but it's like 100 outside. It's not going to get any cooler. I'm looking at it right now and I'm really happy. I was cussing these out this week as I was trying to glaze with the migraine. And now I wish I had more to glaze. I made some cauldrons and I actually have a very fun story with them. It was one of those nights. I suffer insomnia, of course I do, and I went out to the studio at 2 in the morning and I'm throwing on my wheel. I have the doors open and everything, and I look up and I see two red eyes looking at me at the base of my stairs. And my first thought was, how'd my dog get out? My second thought is, that's not my dog. And I jumped up as well as I can jump up from the wheel, and I had a coyote looking at me in the studio. And I got up and it kind of just jerked, and then it just turned around and loped across my yard and went down my slope. And it's just like, growing up in Alaska, I had all of these amazing wildlife encounters and some pretty scary ones too. And it was just, I don't know. So these cauldrons have a little bit of magic in them, I feel, because they were being watched over by a coyote. Anyway, that's my little story. So let me go ahead and lower you down and show you what these look like. All right, first of all, this kiln video is just going to be the shelf because this is all mine. And then Tess is going to take over because the rest of it's hers. And the bottom shelf is Savannah's. So I'll just let her show Savannah's. But this is her beautiful bowl. And I will let her tell you what this is. All right, where do we start? Let's go ahead and start with the little mushroom gnomes. This one turned out really interesting. I've been doing a lot of the Mako crystals with this load. So I did the winter woods on the body. I did the pearl white on the beard and the briar rose from Clayscapes on the nose. I did muddy waters on the top, and I put a lot of crystals here. The crystals came out green. And then I did one coat of Coyote's cornflower, just to see, it's one of their new glazes, just to see what it would do. I kind of wish I'd left it alone, but I didn't, because this one I did leave alone, and it is the muddy waters with a lot of the blue crystals. I have muddy waters, sandstone, and winter woods in the dippable. So we're still popping. So a lot of the crystals end up in the bottom of the bucket, and I will scoop them and put them out. So this is the winter woods, and then the muddy waters. Except for somehow I got black in there. You know, I wonder if I didn't do pitch black, because I had pitch black out. If I didn't do pitch black on the top and then put the muddy waters, I think that's what I did. And then again, pearl white and briar rose for the nose. But yeah, I like that one a lot. And then this one is the muddy waters. I've got some grinding to do. Muddy waters on the body loaded with crystals. And then I did the winter woods on the top, and then I put Coyote's honeydew on the top. And again, briar rose and pearl white for the beard. So, shall we get into the cauldrons? The cauldrons I did, I'm going to look at my notes and probably write this in, because I did a base glaze of either sandstone, muddy waters, winter woods, and then I did aurora green over the top. I wanted it to look like, you know, the witches were cooking something really gross. And so let's start with this one. And then I did the Ongo, the black Ongo by Mako on these, and I hopefully can just sand off the kiln wash and not lose the black. But isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Oh, and I did a swipe of pearl white just on the rim of all of them, just to encourage some running. I wanted a lot of running, and I was hoping that the engobe would stop it, and it did. So, doesn't that look like some witch is cooking up something awful? All right, and this is my big one. I'm calling them my candy cauldrons, and they all have different handles. That one was just a braid handle, and I think that other one was the winter woods, and this is a sandstone. But you know what? I can't tell with the Aurora green. That Aurora green, that just turned out awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna put candy in these for the trick-or-treaters. All right, and this one has a little bat for its handles. And this one I think might be the Muddy Waters with the Aurora green. Can't really tell. The Aurora green just took over. And the engobe was not inside, just on the outside. So but it didn't seem to change color over the black. And then this is I'm gonna make a bunch of these, and they're gonna be like my soup mugs, or you know, I just love this. I'm not sure what was the base glaze on this one. If I can figure it out from my notes, I'll let you know. All right, let's look at these guys. So I made some large skull mugs, and with these, they're all, I did engobe. Well, that's interesting. Has anybody had that happen on the bottom with the engobe? I didn't put the engobe on in the greenware stage. I did it on the bisque. Didn't do it on this one, but it did on this one. If you've had that happen, would you let me know? I mean, I can grind it and just get back to the white clay, which is what I'll probably do. But I wonder why it did that. Okay, so for glazes on this, it was a dip in pitch black by Clayscapes. And then I wiped back the glaze on the skull, and I even wiped back the eyes. I didn't wipe back the nose, I didn't bother. But I left that black around the rim of their eyes, and then I put in, boy, it's warm out here, I'm starting to sweat. I put Fire Brick by Amico in the eyes. I even put it on the skull texture, the skulls that are in the texture. I dotted their eyes too. And I did pearl white on the thumb rest, and I did pitch black all over, wiped back the pitch black, left, you know, the glaze in here in the texture to show it off. And then I did one coat of pearl white on the rim, and then I did another coat, one coat of pearl white on the bottom where it was meeting the engobe. But yeah, and then this one is done the same way, but it's a different texture. This one is the roses. I kind of feel like roses kind of go with skulls, you know? But yeah, okay. I got a little crawling on his nose. Might leave it though. And then this one done like that too. And then I also dotted his eyes, the skull on his forehead. Those are cool. I need to make some more of those. I will measure this and tell you, it was a 1.25 pounds of clay, and I'll measure what the ounces are on this skull tankard. All right. Okay, I am sweating like crazy. I will go and take some pictures of these and have them at the end of the video, but this is going to be continued to see everything else in the kiln. Go watch Tess's. We're going to put these videos up at the same time so you can see what else is in there. And also Savannah's, her bowls down there, what she did. All right? Okay, we'll catch you in the next one.